Hello, leaders, and welcome to day 2 of this week's Leadership Challenge. This whole week, we're focusing on the challenge of leadership transitions, specifically the challenges that come with each transition that you go through, and what leaders can do to help your people who are going through these transitions. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. If you're new to this show, this is the daily leadership show that's designed specifically for mid-level leaders and team leaders. Every week, we discuss a different leadership challenge and offer you encouraging tips to help you and your team run to your challenges. Okay, let's talk about the leadership transition of moving from technician to trainer supervisor. Well, let's face it, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you are officially in a leadership role, and people are now officially relying on you to guide them in the right direction. Being a trainer is a crucial role for all organizations because many times you are the only official training your people are going to get. So if you think you're only there to train your trainee about the job, well, you are sadly mistaken. When you accept the role as a trainer and or supervisor, you are basically signing on to say that you will be your trainee's mentor, guide, teacher, role model, babysitter, and whatever other responsibilities they decide to throw at you. Now, let me clarify something here. Chances are, all of these unofficial duties will not be written down on your job description. However, if your trainee screws something up, well, guess who they're going to hold responsible? Yep, you guessed it. It's you, because you are their supervisor. You are their trainer. And if they mess up something, they're going to come looking at you and ask you why they screwed up. Now, if you're a Star Wars fan, and I just can't imagine anyone who wouldn't be, right? Well, think of a trainer as a Jedi master and think of your trainee as the apprentice. You are responsible for that team member. You are responsible for ensuring they know how to do their job and understand organizational policies. Now, this can be a very daunting role to take on initially, but trust me, you're going to get through it. Your leader has trust in you. That's why they made you a trainer or a supervisor. So, one of your biggest challenges when assuming the role of trainer or supervisor is to fight off the inward focus. It's human nature to focus on our needs. And you know what? The entire time that you were the apprentice, everything seemed to revolve around your needs, your training. And you had inward focus. You were focused on your needs. You were focused on learning, on your training. And that's the way it was supposed to be. It was simply easy because if you had a good trainer, they had an outward focus, and their focus was on you. Now it's time for you to switch your focus from inward to outward to your trainee's needs. Next, training somebody else may seem like you are not improving your skills at times. However, there is simply no greater way to master your skills than to train somebody else. So take ownership of your training program, and don't even think about cutting corners with your trainee. They deserve to learn the right way, so train them correctly. Train them by the book. Okay, so let's switch gears. If you are a leader of somebody who is going through this transition, you'll have to continue to coach them by using a method that I like to refer to as LTG, or Learn, Teach, and Guide. As a leader, you're continuously learning, and it's important to show your trainers and supervisors that learning is a lifelong process. That's where the training comes in, followed by guiding them through the transition. You're going to want to guide your people. Give them room to grow. Don't hover over them so they feel cramped. Encourage them to fly. Encourage them to develop their own training methods with their trainees. And finally, don't overload them. Taking on a trainee for the very first time can be a bit overwhelming all by itself. Understand this and help them out with some tasks. Just remember, if you overload your trainers and supervisors, the very first thing that will feel the pain is training, because they'll eliminate it. They'll start saying, I don't have time to train. And yet, training is one of the most important things for your organization. Hey, that's a wrap for today. If you enjoy this show, please tell others about it and share it with other leaders, especially your HR directors and your CEOs, so your entire organization can run to your leadership challenges together. Thanks again for listening, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.